So here we are continuing our Spanish endeavor. So in the first part we managed to capture Cordoba and Saragossa, so basically a dream start for us. Now, as you may know, Portugal and the Moors are in alliance, so I expect the Portuguese to attack me soon enough, and I expect to have to lead a defensive battle soon at Cordoba, because the Moors have a lot of armies here, but we'll see. I must move my cardinal down south because yeah, he needs to spread the religion. I might get another priest after a while. First we need a church. I'm not sure if I want to retrain these at this point, but let's get them. We'll definitely use them as a meat shield. And we'll wait a turn here. Pretty much I think everything is ready for the next turn. And off we go. So they back off. Okay.
Yalla, my sultan wishes you dead. Sibni Lawadi, infidel.
Where to, sire? Without a trace.
I am neither friend nor foe, your majesty.
Like I care about my relations with Portugal. It's only a matter of question when we will be at war, and we can start retraining the spear militia. That's important.
Very good, madam. I can go no further today.
Yes, your will.
Maybe I wait for one more turn before continuing the attack.
March. Yes, Lord.
Let's get a watchtower here. I'm also interested about the Portuguese moves, and here they have an army. It will be cool if they actually decide to attack me at the city.
Your orders, noble one.
I'm wondering how to proceed with this, with Valencia. It's tricky. I cannot capture this unless I get more troops, but I can't really get some good troops. Maybe I can build a few spear militias, which after a while to move them down here to Valencia. Or I build some cavalry and go for it. Not sure about that.
Your orders, noble one.
These troops are definitely expensive.
Your majesty.
Okay, let's get 3 stacks of cavalry, and together with this guy we will be attacking Valencia soon. Meanwhile, here I can't do much. I mean, I can get out and probably provoke them to fight at the fort,
Noble lord.
but I have no idea yet
On my way.
how to proceed with the Moors. I need some turns to be able to rebuild those.
Florence, Gilda, either is good with me.
Okay, let's see what happens now. Yep, they will besiege me, that's fine. We would like to make a good defensive victory against
Lord,
as many
the enemy
troops
lays
as we
siege.
can.
What shall we do?
Okay, this guy is reinforcing. That's fine. The problem with the very hard difficulty is that they built a lot of troops. Like, a lot.
We are not contesting these waters with you.
So
Leave
this
this
guy
land
is coming
into
with
the-
a full
Yalla,
stack.
My sultan wishes you dead.
Here we have a lot of troops. Let's boost the economy a bit more. Here in Leon, I really don't have to do anything for the moment.
Orders. Talk is
This
cheap.
guy is a bit
Come
tough,
face me.
so I have to go from the top.
Onward.
Your orders, noble one.
Orders.
This one won't be able to reach Valencia,
Yes,
but
will do,
I guess we can live with that.
I am
We
neither
have a
friend
Sicilian
nor foe,
army.
Your Majesty.
Okay, that's interesting.
Unseen,
That's
We are not
really
contesting
interesting
what
what these guys are doing here. Okay, okay. It would be cool if they attack Granada but are unable to take it, because the Moorish army is like significant. Toledo. Yeah, let's get the port for some income.
Majesty.
The problem is that still an army can get to Valencia quicker, but they didn't land at Valencia, which is interesting. Okay, and we need to give the Moors a battle because we don't want our troops to bleed inside the capital.
Yes, my lord. This is where we shall meet the enemy.
So they have light cavalry, which is not really fast moving one. What else? They have desert cavalry, which is a bit more dangerous, but it's worse than ours. So we should be able to beat them. Those archers are going to be a problem, I think. Okay, let's go.
Men, bring our people honor, glory, and most of all, units, await my order.
Okay, it's kind of important. They are already deployed. They have a lot of cavalry on the flanks. So we must simply pick a direction. I don't like when the gate is really like that in front. I love it when the gate is a little bit behind a few towers, but it is what it is. We have to deal with that. Probably we might want to get out the cavalry from the flanks. Yeah, fortunately these guys don't want to be positioned around. They're too much for that. Too sad. Okay, so we'll get these guys here and they will exit through the gate. Ah, it happened. Okay, they will exit from the gate there. This guy will exit from this gate. Okay, I guess I have to do that again. It doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. And we'll get the majority of the cavalry on this side. These are also unable to be deployed right there. That's sad, but yes, we can live with that. And we'll leave all the melee units, all the infantry units around here. So they'll have to exit through the main gate. And I'll probably use the spear militia or the mercenary spearmen as a shield to take a few volleys from their desert archers. I will lose a lot of cavalry here and I don't like it, but let's go. So let's go out. So we'll probably spend the bigger part of the battle simply deploying. We can actually try deploying from the top here and demolish that squad. Then we should take care of their archers. They only have one infantry unit. We could use that. Another trick that I used in the past is to hide a spearman squad behind behind their own tower. So basically they take some losses initially, but then they're fully protected by the siege tower. Okay, so we know what is the disposition of the enemy, and we simply go to max battle speed. We need to deploy. Let's get around here. I'll probably try to get at their back. So they will not be able to run away, and I'll be able to catch them with the light cavalry and then yeah, just smash them, and their archers won't be able to respond, I think, that quickly, and then we can run into their archers. And if we can do that at the same time from both directions, I think we have a good chance. Another option will be to lure their troops, their archers, with a single squad of spearmen, and we might also want to try to do that. Okay, so I need a better position. I need you guys to go here on top of the mountain. Of course, if they decide to come up, we'll smash them. It will be great if they decide to come closer. Meanwhile, on the other end, we might want to do the same. I think we will be able to catch them if they decide to come. I mean the enemy ranged cavalry. Why they don't deploy like I want them to do? Come on. I need to lure them in. Okay, what happens on the other side? I use those only in reserve because they're the most wounded. This is the smallest division that I have of this cavalry, so I would like to keep them. Let's try to come even closer to them. Let's see what happens. They don't want to come closer. In fact, we are the better army here by far. Even the game thinks so. We just need to deploy properly, and because we need to keep our army pretty much intact, because we would need to continue conquering their territory. That is the problem here. To win. Okay, so we lured some of their desert archers. Okay. Okay, so their archers are moving. We need to start moving to... Okay, so what we want to do is we smash their light cavalry on this flank. We also move the heavy cavalry in. We keep this one in reserve. We might even want to hide them. On this side... sorry. On the other side, we do the same. We'll try to capture them with our light cavalry and smash them with the heavy cavalry. Meanwhile, with our king, we are going directly... they're coming back. Okay, let's move them up. Let's try to lure them again. Come on. Come on, come. Come here. Shoot at me. Okay, we are coming from the back. We'll most probably get them. And yep, we got them.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will
On
be
the other end,
ours.
we also have them. Come on. Come on, smash into them. Come on, come on. Yes, yes, I get them. Sorry, I need to pause a lot because simply because there is a lot of stuff going on. Okay, so we leave this cavalry to chase theirs. Yep. And we smash into their archers. And this guy is in trouble. We need to defeat those first. Okay, that's fine. Now you two go for those. Also these go. Stop, stop.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Okay. So far so good. Smash into these. Smash from the back. Run, run. So now we must pause and decide which ones to chase. So these are leaving. Quickly get those archers. We need to kill as many as possible. Okay. Okay. Not the best place to be, but I'll help here. And come down. Where are you? Smash the archers, please. No, don't shoot anymore. Okay, we need to be careful around here now. We need to evade their spearmen.
The enemy flees the battle.
And
Run down those worthless peasants.
that's it, guys. Okay, so now simply we need to get as many as we can. Now that light cavalry is not a problem for us. We need to get the archers. Let's turn off. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. And yeah, that down militia. That will be actually a really, really cool victory for us.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
And here we go. Here we go.
Yes. No. Sibni Lawadi, infidel.
The Sultan will be most pleased at your demise.
Your orders, noble one. Who do I face?
Yes.
We leave the
Orders.
some spear militia at the back.
My lord, should we spare any of them? The day is ours. The enemy are beaten. Yes?
Not really enough, but it's fine.
Orders?
I will not waste words on you.
Your will. Yes. Closing for battle.
Okay, so we have to erase these.
Prepare for battle.
Okay, so now we want to only use our generals. We want to where is my cavalry? On the flanks. Okay, so we get back with those. We don't want to lose any infantry. So we need to lure their troops. And they're just heading straight against us. So we wanna destroy their archers. And I hope I don't lose a single horse. Okay, so these one are running. Meanwhile, just smash into them. Run with those. As simple as that.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory. Our men have slain the Saracen general. Now we must send his men running back to the desert. Praise the Almighty! Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
Pretty much that's it. We stop the auto range attack. We just fire at will because we don't want to lose troops by friendly fire. And we just go in. That's it.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
No.
Victory. Let me strike, my lord.
Leave these lands in
infidel! Command me! Approaching, my lord. Imshi, infidel! Or
Can we
faith,
get a
who do I face?
third straight victory? Let's try and do
Name thy
that.
enemy, lord. We must leave these lands, infidel.
Oh,
or I
this is
shall
going to be
remove you.
so easy.
Let me strike, my lord. Imshi, infidel, or face the might of Islam, my lord.
Let's move to Granada.
Any of them. Continuing tomorrow.
Yes, my lord. Naturally, my lord. On my way. Today's journey ends.
Where to, sire?
We must resolve our differences. For this is
nope.
war. Oh well. Inshallah, we shall very well. Ma'azallah.
Unfortunately, the Sicilian army, I think, is going straight to Cordoba. But now I'm not sure if they think it's still Moorish or if they want to attack me. Let's check out the diplomacy. Sicily is not at war with them.
Who do I face?
The Sultan will be most pleased at your demise, infidel.
Let me strike, my lord.
I am neither friend nor foe. Your
Okay, so
Majesty.
these are moving
orders, number one.
north,
We will engage? Yes.
and let's
Bringing
try
our
to
troops?
get
Yes.
Valencia.
With God's blessing and yours, we march to battle. Okay? Sorry. I must remain vigilant.
Imshi, infidel, or face the might of his
Name thy enemy, Lord. We shall send them to hell or
leave these lands, infidel.
name thy enemy, Lord. Yes, marching. We march on our victims. Camping here, my lord.
The Sultan will be most pleased at your demise, infidel.
Your orders, number
Okay,
one.
okay.
An honor. On my way. Naturally, my lord. Naturally, my lord.
Your orders, number one.
So we continue now.
Okay? Sorry. I must remain vigilant. Okay?
Leave these lands, infidel.
It's not really a
or I
good
shall
idea to leave
remove
this
you.
guy
The Sultan will be
behind
most
us,
Command me.
but let's see what happens
Noble
on the
lord.
next turn.
march no further to them.
So we get this new commander down. Meanwhile, this one is on our territory, but not really sure yet what he'll try to do.
Your Majesty.
Meanwhile, in Saragossa, I want to make a ballista maker because we'll need to defend a little bit more there.
I am a soldier.
Curious what this Sicilian army is going to do there. Let's take the risk and just believe that they still think that this is
Who do I face?
a town of the
The Sultan will
Moors.
be most pleased. Command me. Approaching, my lord. We shall send them to hell or worse.
So if we
March.
take this city, which is defended, by the way, only by cavalry,
When shall we attack the walls then, my lord? Name thy enemy, lord. We march on our victims.
so
When
let's
shall we
take
attack
the
the
walls
walls then, my lord?
and get this town on the next turn.
Command me.
We
your
will
orders, noble
should be
one.
able to defend with the cavalry, but let's see. Meanwhile, let's get another spear militia here.
Your will.
Let's start getting some
Yes.
trade
Is there
rights.
something I can do for you, noble lord? I see no. Please conclude, noble lord.
From Milan. Let's reach Venice first.
But my lord, I cannot go there.
I have a priest who will go to Granada.
Continuing tomorrow, my lord. My lord.
Here is already almost 30% Catholic.
Yes?
I wonder what this guy will try to do.
Your orders, noble one. We will engage them honorably, my
Let's
lord.
besiege Valencia.
Without question, we shall begin
7
the
long
siege.
turns.
Besieging
We
forces
aren't
reporting,
moving,
my lord.
definitely. Okay, so Sicily attack us. Great. That's a very hard difficulty,
This is
guys.
not good, lord. The enemy have
They
laid
come
siege upon
from
us.
pretty much everywhere. Good that Portugal is still not at war with us. Jihad against Baghdad, typical. Yeah. Actually, war with Sicily is nice because we will not care about it, and we will go and capture all those islands, including Palermo, which will be a good base for
Your will.
future attacks.
I am a soldier. Speak to our representative.
So this guy is moving towards our capital.
Yes?
That's not good.
Name the field of battle.
Okay? Sorry. I must remain vigilant. Sire.
So here's my spy.
As you wish. Today's journey is over.
Okay, so first things first, we need more troops, and we need
I
this
am
guy
neither
to
friend nor
remain
foe, Your
outside of the town.
Your will.
So
Move
we'll
out.
get this guy there,
Talking to
and
Orders?
if
I am
the
neither
Portuguese
friend,
attack
Onward.
us,
Orders?
we will get mercenaries and
I am a soldier.
And
Speak
get
to our
them.
representative.
this is not good right here. Another option, yeah, there is no other option. Good that we have that commander. 7 turns.
God's servant.
Okay, let's capture
Who do I
Granada.
face? My lord, should we spare any of them?
This one should be easy. They only have cavalry, and we have spearmen, so it should be easy.
Matter how they beg, let none escape. Attack!
Okay, we have a ram for the main gate. We need to get it. We have some ladders. We'll get them around the town, just to be sure. We don't need to do any other deployment. It's not ideal. I think that they will all come to the gate as soon as we get it down. Maybe we only need one more division from a different direction. Let's go from there. What are you doing? Oh my god. We need the heavy mercenary spearmen at the gate too. And we need the heavy cavalry. We don't have much use of the light cavalry here. Okay, so they will try to get us as soon as the ram reaches the gate. Let's enter these guys from this side. So we'll try to keep those guys
The ladders are now in place.
away
Walls
from
are
the
no match
towers.
for valor and force of arms.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
The battering ram is in place. It will not be long before our enemy's defenses fall.
Come on, run to the gate. Get the gate. So they decided to back off. That's actually good because we were about to lose more troops than we wanted
The
to.
battering ram has done its work. Now is the time for brave hearts and brave deeds.
What are you doing, guys? Come on. Come on, come on. And we go in. So we need to get
soldiers
inside
have proved
from
their worth today.
all
The
the
enemy's walls
directions
belong to us now.
to be able to kill them as quick as possible.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
It's not the best situation for our cavalry, but it is what it is. Come on, we'll crush them now. At least the tower is not shooting anymore.
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men. Glorious heaven above! Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well, give the dog some wine, and be sure he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
Awesome, so now basically they don't have any range units, and we can finish them off. They have heavy cavalry actually. These ones are heavy. Fuck. Okay. It's fine, it's fine. We have heavy units here, so it's fine. So we just need to encircle them right now. I hope one of these buildings don't start to shoot like randomly. Come on, farm. Come on, guys. they're still moving. That's gonna take a while. So at this point I had to turn down the voice recording, but basically the battle is almost won. Since the enemy is not responding to our moves, basically trying to encircle them, I just had to wait for this spearman to finally get off the wall and line up for an attack. So we are basically attacking them from all sides, and as you see soon enough, we easily won that castle, which was pretty important for us, as it will be our like replenish point for cavalry, so we can continue into North Africa. Yeah, so basically at this point we are almost ready for an attack. I wanted to fix my formation. My troops are kind of tired, but it doesn't matter. So we launched the attack. It didn't go like perfectly alright, as you see right now. I'm lining up my king in the back, so he can rally my troops. And as you can see, these spearmen went kinda strangely, but we covered them up with the remaining of our cavalry, including the king. So pretty much now it's kinda game over. One of the towers started to shoot for just a few seconds. That's fine, and somewhere at this point I'll just speed it up, because yeah, it's simply over. We lose a few troops, but that's perfectly manageable. As you can see, they will be all defeated soon. One more speed up. And it's over. With only 100 losses, we took the castle of Granada. So the Moors are no more on the peninsula, which is awesome. Of course, we are going to occupy it, because we don't want to like lose its progress. We don't want to return it back. And as I said earlier, castles are far easy to manage. So the unexpected thing that happened, the Sicilians actually decided to siege Cordoba. So we had to respond to that, and as you can see, I was able to respond with my cavalry. But the thing that I underestimated is the location of the battle. So the enemy looks weak. I could totally smash them, but you see my surprise when I saw where is the location. So the location is on a river, and unfortunately they took a good defensive position on the other side of the river. So initially I didn't know about that, so I decided that they will make a mistake and will try to come on my side of the river. That's why I placed my heavy cavalry in the center to be ready to strike in the right moment, and the light cavalry on the flanks. And when I started the battle, I saw that they took an awesome defensive position on the river, basically unable for me to cross without fighting them. And I didn't have any infantry on this side of the bridge, on my side of the bridge. I had my reinforcements on the other side, which was totally not ideal. So they have 2 stacks of archers up front, but we can't do much. I mean, we can smash our cavalry into them, but at the same time I would be smashing my cavalry into their spearmen, which was not ideal. And they had their heavy cavalry at the back. And that heavy cavalry, I knew that it's the main issue of their army, not the spear militia, but the heavy cavalry at the back. In any case, we started moving our spear militia reinforcements towards the enemy and trying to see if it will provoke them to attack. So basically, if they attacked my spearmen, I would rush down the bridge. But they didn't do so. So as you see now, I was moving my spearmen up forward and forward. Without much of a success. Yeah, of course, in the end I had to use those in the battle, of course. They were my only infantry, so it was necessary to move them forward, but yeah, I didn't trigger any attack against them. So at this point I decided to move them more to the back of their heavy cavalry and to attack their heavy cavalry from the back when I start pushing the bridge, and at the same time, if I can trigger their archers to move closer to my spearmen, so actually to be able to move in with the cavalry without entering a battle. So at this point I also decided to try to lure their archers onto the bridge with my cavalry, but they didn't move. They didn't respond to this trap either. And yeah, at some point you see now there are Muslim archers, which are the archers with the longer range of the 2 stacks, because the other ones are just peasants, decided to go for my spearmen, and this was the moment for the attack. But in the same time, look that they decided to deploy their final spearmen squad much up front, closer to the bridge, which was a problem. They also deployed their cavalry closer to the bridge. So yeah, it didn't work out, even worse. Their position on the bridge was even more solidified. So pretty much at this moment I waited for their archers to move, and I continued to try to trigger them with deploying my spearmen on the high ground right next to their left flank, and started slowly moving my heavy cavalry. I also positioned my light cavalry near the bridge. So they're still not... Yeah, this is the moment that their archer decided to go for my infantry. And Here I decided to rush my cavalry in. Now I didn't have any other option. I had to win this battle because otherwise they would be assaulting my town on the next turn without an option to respond. So I just rushed my cavalry in and started a pretty chaotic battle. At this moment I wanted to try to move my cavalry to the side, but it was simply not possible. I continued for a while to try to do so. At least their archers stopped shooting, and at this moment I just decided to rush the light cavalry in to try to make a gap.
Victory will be ours.
I also decided to attack with my infantry from the back. Here I am starting losing some of my horsemen because they are up against spearmen. I decided also to leave their archers and attack their cavalry while putting even more troops in the center. So now the light cavalry engaged, and at this moment I was able to rout one of their squads and continued to attack with my spearmen. My king was chased by an enemy spearman squad. I tried to pin down their cavalry, of course. At this point I saw that my light cavalry is not in a good position, so I wanted to disengage with them. But it wasn't particularly easy to do so. Here their heavy cavalry charged, but the light cavalry squad was just routed, and that edge formation didn't work out really well. So at this point it was really chaotic, losing a lot of troops, but we had to get the victory there. My king finally disengaged, and I sent him to defeat their archers. My light cavalry took a lot of damage into that, so I had to disengage them once again. And my spearmen were kinda in a good position, so actually their Muslim archers took a lot of time to be routed. I was surprised by that. So now suddenly my light cavalry is charged by the enemy spearmen, so I'm once again moving them. Across the battlefield, across enemy formations of spearmen. But at this point we've killed the enemy captain, so it started to get a little bit easy. Finally sent the light cavalry against something that they could easily crush, and starting basically demolishing the rest of the troops. We rushed with our heavy cavalry, a single squad of spearmen. They routed soon enough, and by this point the whole battle was over. So we decided that we just have to kill as many troops as possible, so this army to be routed, basically to not exist on the continent. Not on the continent, but on the peninsula, sorry. And by the end of the battle is just wiping out enemy troops. We stopped our spearmen. Obviously they would not be able to catch the enemy, so we just left it for the cavalry to do so. And it's simply a slaughter to the end of the battle. Sometimes it's kind of annoying how the pursuing troops are not really getting for the enemy, but just running besides them. And here you can see a Sicilian squad decided to come back from the dead. Not from the dead, but to come back from their safe position outside of the battlefield just to be slaughtered. I think it was a bug, or simply some of their men were not really with the main squad, so the main squad returned for the men and it was demolished. So we lost 300 troops, which now it will take a few turns to recover, but at least that army is no more. So this cavalry will have to move to Granada, the light cavalry, but on the next turn, of course. So we finally gained some dread on our king. And basically at this point we'll probably continue after a few turns to North Africa. We have to defeat that weak army at the gates at Gibraltar, but that would be an easy task. We move our priest closer to the city, so he converts the religion, and we're going to be probably attacked on the next turn by the Portuguese, because that little army at the middle of my capital region looks really suspicious.
An honor, my lord. How may I? Oh, goodbye.
A Hungarian princess, so trade rights with Hungary. It was... I like sometimes when I meet diplomats of other countries closer to me. And pretty much that was it for this part. We took Granada, we won several victories, and we'll continue on the next turn and on the next part trying to continue our conquest